Hey everyone, I'm LaRovere. I'm a director and cinematographer based out of Phoenix, Arizona, and I want to share a series of tips and things that I've learned on my last few projects with you that have really helped me take my projects to the next level, and I hope they'll do the same thing for you. So today's topic is a lighting topic. I do love lighting. I am far from a master of it. It is a difficult thing to master because light is messy and it doesn't always do what you want. It does all sorts of crazy stuff. So one thing as a cinematographer, but especially as a director, that I have learned to love is 360-degree lighting. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So 360-degree lighting, if you're not aware, is essentially pre-lighting your set before filming takes place, to where, for the most part, if not entirely, the camera and actors can move 360 degrees. You can shoot at any angle in that space without having to make like any major lighting changes. Maybe move in a light for some fill, or bring in a light for fill, or bounce for fill light. But like minor modifications, but not major adjustments. And the reason I like it is because it saves you a lot of time when you're filming. It does take time and planning to set up, because you do need to go in my experience, usually before the shoot starts, either extra early or even the day before, and pre-light everything. So you have to account for that. But what happens is you roll onto your set and your lighting is set up, it looks good, and you can just have more freedom, creative freedom with your actors. The actors can move around. They're not as restricted to stay in one spot as they might otherwise be. The camera is not as restricted in having to constantly, oh, I gotta frame this out, and we can't shoot this way right now because we're gonna have to flip everything. You just avoid those issues. So it gives you a lot more freedom. I think it is more efficient in a lot of ways, because you are not having to make major lighting changes throughout your filming day. Everything that's most important is already set up. Those are a couple benefits of the 360-degree lighting. I feel like it lends itself, I feel like 360-degree lighting lends itself to like somewhat of a sense of realism, and pushes you to be creative in certain ways, because you have to think about where to put your lights. It heavily utilizes practical lights that are actually seen within the scene, or like lighting from windows and things like that, which I happen to like a lot. However, there are drawbacks. Drawbacks include the fact that you do have to plan everything out more thoroughly ahead of time. You do have to take that time to pre-light. You have to have the equipment for that extra day, so if you don't own it, you have to bring it in. What else? Drawbacks, you are, I don't know if I'd say forced. It lends itself to certain kinds of lighting, like I said before. So if you don't want to light through the windows, if you don't want to use a lot of practical lights, then that could be a negative. So yeah, I really like 360-degree lighting. It doesn't work for every situation, and you can't always do it, but I think it definitely gives some freedom, and I like how it looks, and I recommend you look into it. It's definitely worth putting into your toolkit, if nothing else. That's it for this time. Hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.